Hello, I am the Convolutional Neural Gamer, and this is AI War. Well, when we left off last time, I had just screwed up and left my whole fleet meandering through the solar system, and they've just gone and helpfully attracted a whole bunch of enemy ships that they didn't need to attract as they retreated. That's fun. I was also waiting on a cross-planet attack, the first one of this campaign, and that will come in shortly and cause me problems. So, well, at least my transports are all coming back. Looks like I've rebuilt my fleet. Wonder if these guys can get anywhere else. See if they can take a nice trip over there or something. So my fleet's gotten home, my transports are rebuilt, so not too bad. And he's frozen by Widow Minefield, and now I've got my tractor. Die. I don't care about you. And there you are again. It's an interesting thing. Are the ships in this game that you control piloted by actual pilots, or do you have AI drone systems? I think I've seen a bit of stuff that implies both. There's been a discussion on the forums of the way in AI War 2 ships are going to behave, because there's a thought that human ships should move in a slightly different way to the AI ships, which I'm just going to separate out the bombers so that I can deploy them. Should I separate out these guys too? Yeah, you're pretty good against that stuff. I'll pull you into there too. And then everyone else can go in the other ships. Anyway, so the idea is that because it's 3D graphics this time, they're able to have a bit more movement in the way the ships behave. So the thought is to have the AI ships move in a sort of weird swarm thing that would be really risky for human pilots to try to pull off, but it's assumed that AI pilots, have no problem with this strategy. And then humans will move in a different way, but there's been comments about, well, aren't the human ships just drones anyway? So they should behave in exactly the same way as the AI ships. What's going on there? Or are you actually sending tons of human pilots to fight in these battles when you've got very few humans left, presumably? It says these cryopods here have a certain number of people in, doesn't it? No, just a good portion. It doesn't say exactly how many people are in each of these cities. So, it's left ambiguous exactly how many humans are left alive. Yeah. Well, that's an interesting thing in some ways, actually. Oh, don't go that way. Like, most humans dying in a massive interplanetary empire could actually still leave a lot of people alive. Like, you could have hundreds of, you could have like hundreds of millions of people left, and that would still be a tiny, tiny portion of the population actually being. It's actually one of those interesting things that another YouTube channel that I quite like about futurism, and in fact it's that channel that put me onto the Orion's Arm Universe channel, talks about the numbers of like how many people you would get in one of these, in a futuristic civilization. And generally, sci-fi is way underestimating the size of human civilization. Like an interstellar civilization should be massive, because the number of people you can cram into a single solar system is just obscene. like you, oh, they're covering up the icons. So I don't want to pick it off. Often when we're thinking about interstellar civilization, we're imagining that they're going to. So we just got the cross-planet attack coming in, so I'll have to keep an eye out for where those fleets that have spawned in decide to go. So when we think of an interplanetary civilization, we're generally imagining that a planet with the population of Earth will be what the kind, like, that would be a fairly heavily populated planet and the kind of thing you would find in only some solar systems. And that's completely wrong. If you look at how things could work, you could probably get like a trillion people or something. I forget the exact figures he was talking about on a planet like Earth, if you really carefully use the resources. And even then, your limiting factor isn't like land space, you know, where the idea of like an Ecumenopolis, a city that covers the entire planet. You actually can't do that, because if you build a city that covers the entire planet in skyscrapers, the amount of heat that would be produced by that hit city, same thing as the nanobots, the heat produces the limiting factor, and it would actually completely overheat the planet. Like, the amount of heat produced by your buildings and your power plants and things would be greater than the heat of the planet. I'm just chilling around here because I'm waiting for the AI to show up. Here's 500 or something ships, so there's one of them. They're just going to hang, because they're threat, they're just going to hang out here again, which is quite annoying. I thought they sent my hacker over here too. I guess he got killed or something. So yeah, the heat would be a lot greater than what's produced in the sun, which would obviously just boil your planet, so there'd be no point. Looks like this is mostly Mark II ships, so this is the majority of the enemy. I'm just gonna have to be really careful because they'll murder me. They can't fly over, but it's not really helpful. So if you build up, you know, if you want a detailed look at Isaac Arthur's Ecumenopolis video, it'll give you all the details of how all this works. But if you basically, you can only build up a few towers, and then you actually leave most of the planet free of cities, of city buildings, and you're already producing more heat than the Earth receives from the sun. And therefore, you'll actually have to build, if you really want to build up to maximum, you should be building heat shades to block out the infrared light from the sun whilst leaving the visible spectrum able to access the planet, so that plants can still function normally, because plants do not use infrared light to grow. Okay, so this is a regular wave or not? These guys go, okay, I was meaning to check, 316. Whew, that's fast. So, are they faster than this? Yes, they are. They are actually substantially faster even than transports. Crazy. Okay, you please go. So yeah, you could, anyway, the point is, you could very easily fit a truly unimaginable number of people, even on a single planet. And a planet is only the start of it. And I just let my freaking transport die again. Get it this run. Oh god, only 46 survived. Yeah, you end up with an overwhelming number of people if you have even a few planets that can just do certain things, and that's only the beginning, believe it or not, because you can actually fit a lot more people by building orbital habitats in space, which, reasonably speaking, you would expect any advanced interstellar civilization to do within a reasonably short amount of time. And in these interstellar habitats, you could fit just an unimaginable amount of people, quadrillions of people. And that kind of, quadrillions of people, that's a lot. It kind of changes the whole situation relative to what you see in sci-fi. It makes all the stuff going in sci-fi is just on a tiny, tiny scale compared to what it should be. You know, this kind of civilization, like the Death Star wouldn't be their super weapon. It would just be like something that they would have a bunch of. It wouldn't be that hard to have. That looks like I've lost more ships. Let's just rebuild. Try and get a full group of guys to attack this time. Which, yeah, it's just kind of funny how far off it is. Wish I knew which ships had swallowed my ships so I can actually pick them off and free up my ships to fight some more, but I can't. I actually have a decent combination of stuff, the AI. Oh, they're running away. That's kind of irritating. I wonder where they're going. Oh, they were thinking of attacking there by the looks of it, but they've decided against it now that I've shown up. It's kind of funny that they had half of them attacking and half of them were just like, nah, we'll just keep chilling here. Surely they would want to attack with everything, because I don't know, maybe there's enough stuff there that they would actually kill. Like, I wish they wouldn't, like, decide to spread out massively. Like, you don't need to go and attack the guys all the way over there. And the special forces have come in. Because of course they have, you know, there's not enough stuff to clear out here already. You have to attack me with the special forces as well. I might leave just to let the special forces... This is one of those situations where I really can't unload the transports, even though I really want to, because everything, like all my regular units would just die instantly in a fight like this, and it's just, I just can't do it. It's not justifiable. I could build like a lightning warhead and clear this out for a cost of AI progress. I don't know. I sometimes debate whether that's worth it, because they do have AI progress over time, so one AI progress isn't the end of the world. Compared, like, it would save me time, because I would be, instead of, you know, constantly attacking these guys. Actually, leave. Okay, are you really going to attack my planet? Because that would make this so much easier. I could just go off, I could chase after you with these guys, and, everything would be okay. No, you're not actually willing to attack my planet. Damn it. That means I have to fight here, which means I don't get any of my attack bonuses that I want to be able to get. Which is extremely annoying. But they won't let me have them. How many of these guys are left? 250. Okay, so I've killed about half of them. That's a start, at least. Just let them keep fighting away. Yeah, there is a bit of deceptiveness in the attack values of this, in these sort of big fleet fights like this. Transports are actually very low attack units for these, because, you know, as I've mentioned, bombers, ×6 bonus against the troops they prefer. And the AI has basically all the types of hull I could possibly want here, which means that, you know, as a general rule, everything in my fleet, if I deployed it, would be able to attack stuff that it's good at killing. Which, you know, so that means that really they'll be doing 6 times the damage that they advertise in a big fleet fight like this. Wow, that's a dumb fight. Takes a lot of shops for a regular transport without any stuff in it to kill something. So yeah, but because of that, it means it takes ages for me to pick off a big swarm of AI ships like this one, which is pesky, I guess. Yeah, I hope it doesn't make for too boring viewing, but I feel like this is... I don't have a better strategy. I guess if anyone watching has better ideas for how to clear one of these guys out without incurring an AI progress hit, or unmanageable reprisal waves, I would love to hear about it. Because this takes a very long time. Oh god, where did all those guys come from? That must be a wave that managed to retreat. How annoying. I don't need any more guys to kill. Particularly not that type of guys. Okay, let's pull out and then pull back in. I didn't send those guys through, did I? Okay. Do I have my hacker? That'll be... Science? Do I have science? don't see... Control nodes were removed from the game entirely, yet there's still a nice list. That doesn't make sense. I don't see anything that would be the hacker on that list, so I guess I'll just build one. Problem is, I don't think hackers can be transported, which is irritating. Immunities... Oh no, maybe hackers can be transported. I don't see immune to transport. Okay, so if they can be transported, I can take that. Maybe I'm thinking of science labs or something. Something that can't be transported? Oh, I think it's, you. Yes, it's the... I'm thinking of the advanced research stations. You can't transport them. For some reason. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to transport advanced research stations, but you can't. Okay, let's clear out the last of these guys. Those space planes are all hiding. So they're probably still here. Yeah, there they are. I kind of think I'll... I don't know, I don't like that I'm gonna have transport them randomly decide to chase around space planes. But I guess they do... When they have ammo, even if they'll attack anything in range, even if what they're targeting is not there. Oh yes, that's the other thing I've been thinking about. I mentioned this whole concept of focus fire, and you know how conventionally I would think that focus firing would be the preferable decision. You know, that's what I would think I know from what I know about real-time strategy games. However, I was looking at some information about the overkill. Like there's Spirit of the Law is the channel I'm thinking of, another YouTube channel. Watching a lot of YouTube channels. They do a bunch of mathematical analysis of... Who did I send? I did send it, just in case. A bunch of mathematical calculations about Age of Empires 2. And a bunch of that, a few episodes that I've watched, he's talked about what happens when you've got quite a few ships that come through here. It's probably okay. So he's talked about what happens when you've got a bunch of units that will overkill an enemy, and how significantly that affects the overall performance of the unit. Like very quickly, overkill can add up quite substantially. If you have, you've got consistent overkill. So say, you've got a unit with 10 hit points and it's being fought by units that deal 3 damage. That means every time that unit is going to overkill by 2 whenever it kills one of them. Which means that's actually like a lot of wasted damage. So that actually has a real impact on the damage per second that unit actually inflicts in practice, which is yeah, quite a little it's something to keep in mind. So it may be that minimizing overkill is more important in reality than I had actually realized, which would bring the competition much closer. And that I'm starting to more strongly think I should actually try to do some tests. I don't know if there's some cheat codes that allow you to spawn in AI waves of certain sizes and things. That would be good for this. That way I could just build an equal fleet to the AI. Recording cutout, sorry. Slight cut there. So yeah, I could build an equal fleet to the AI, and then I could, compare them, actually see which ones win in which situation, so I can tell if there's a substantial difference. It could also depend on the exact ship and sizes and things, so a few different comparisons of a few different fleets would be very useful in trying to work this kind of thing out. Could actually... because of the multipliers, meaning the relative attacks are very different, it could actually be a much stronger effect overkill in a big fleet fight where you've got lots of attack bonuses applying, so everything's attack is effectively much larger, therefore there's much more overkill than it does in a direct mirror matchup, which is what I'm imagining doing. I guess I could do that just by building a fleet of counter ships and seeing how many survive against an AoE. Or how many hit points worth? Ugh, that could be really painful to total up. Alright, I'll see what I might see what I can do and possibly put up a video of that if I do it. Anyway, it's come to the end of the video once again. So I've been Gamer. This is a Exodian Owl, and I will see you later.